Socks are doing a little better. His tail's wagging. I got up at 3:30, 5:22. Come down and check on Socks. In fear that Socks would die, go into rigor mortis, be stiff on the couch. Kids would come upstairs behind him. Yep. You can tell where I am, but it's McDonald's. Back at work. So I'm trying something new every day of the week. I'm trying to have a plan for each day. So Tuesday initially was try something new Tuesday, where I would try a food or a new activity or something. I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything. So today is Storytelling Tuesday. So without further ado, here's today's story. So here it goes. So, nothing planned. I didn't write anything down. I mean, I have a plan, but it's ad-libbed, so it can be from the heart. So, maybe my favorite story. When I was a little boy, I had a pet elephant. I know what you're all thinking. Everybody did not have a pet elephant. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I did. I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, "What's the deal with that elephant sticker on your car?" Well, if you had a pet elephant, maybe you'd have a elephant sticker on your car much like mine. And a very pretty polka-dotted pet elephant, might I add. But that's not the elephant that this story's about. And there's probably more than one person that claims that it's their elephant. But it's my elephant. It belongs to me. Years ago, I was 4 or 5 years old, maybe. Every year, my parents took me, not every year, but most years, my parents took me to Disney World. And when I went to Disney World, I grew a little bit attached to something, one thing. Not at Disney World, but it's south of the border. And I don't know if you people have ever been to south of the border, but it was a truck stop. It's in between North Carolina, right on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina while you're going down 95. And there's not a lot of stuff going either way. It's road, south of the border, and then a lot more road. So it's like the only cool place you can stop. Back in the 70s, 80s, whenever, it was like a boom town, kind of like that Route 66 thing where everybody was on Route 66. You're getting your kicks on Route 66, except it was south of the border. It was the coolest truck stop there was. Not so much anymore. Now it's graffiti and it's a mess. But it holds a special place in my heart because that's where I met my first friend. That's him. That's my elephant. That was me. I was a little guy in that picture. And that was an awfully long time ago. And year after year, when we went down 95, I stopped at south of the border with my parents. And I stopped to see my elephant. Now, pictures have been lost over time. And I don't know where they've all been. All gone. It's the only one I could find. When I moved out and had my own kids, all I had was that one picture of that elephant. So I decided that I wanted that tradition to live on, that I wanted my kids to be able to share that elephant with me. That when Gavin was first born, there was nothing more I wanted to do. I mean, I'm sure there was, but to go on that road trip that my dad and my mom taken me on and show my kids that elephant, to have that timeline photo of my kids standing there next to an elephant with me, which sounds silly, but to me, that's me. It's everything to me. So I finally, I think Gavin had got his picture taken with it once, maybe Maddie. And then an epic moment happened. I got to have everybody experience it, everybody to see him. And I think my kids thought maybe I was crazy, that this is a concrete painted elephant. This is not a real elephant, Dad. But that's okay, because damn it, you stand next to the elephant and you make your dad happy. So years and years, 30 years have passed. So we go to Myrtle Beach. And on the way to Myrtle Beach, I said, honey, we have to stop and see the elephant. And she said, okay, we'll stop and see the elephant. But then I got it plugged into the GPS, and it takes me off 95, 30 miles before south of the border. So she said, listen, honey, we'll go to Myrtle Beach, we'll have a great week. Stop and see your elephant on the way back. I promise. So I said, okay. So, Myrtle Beach is. We drive down back roads, past farms, 2 hours out of the way, it seemed, just so I could see my elephant. And I went to the spot. It was always like a scavenger hunt. They moved the elephant a lot. I don't know why. But I went to the spot, the last spot the elephant was. And the elephant wasn't there. I drove around the whole property, which isn't huge, but it's big enough, looking for my elephant. My elephant wasn't there. My elephant was gone. So I wondered, what do we do now? My elephant is gone. This tradition that I wanted to share with my kids for years, that I wanted them to share with their kids, was gone. Well, my wife says, but wait, there's another elephant. So there was another elephant. He's got polka dots. My kids convinced me that he's the baby of my elephant. And I guess that's okay. But you have traditions in life, and you want to keep those traditions. But sometimes the traditions end. Sometimes it's not always gonna be a boy and his elephant. Sometimes you make new traditions, and maybe they're funner. So I can tell you that growing up, and just today, I've been complaining about this elephant for a month and a half, and just today, it clicked to me, and everything was better. When I was growing up, my grandparents had a trailer, like in, I don't know, Alexandria Bay or something, somewhere in the Thousand Islands. And there was a big wooden alligator down by the shore. It wasn't an alligator, it was a log that had floated up on the shore. But I used to ride that log. That log was my pet alligator. So I had a pet alligator, I guess, and a pet elephant. And then I was looking through some pictures today trying to put this together, and I found something that made the whole thing okay. You know, it's something that I hope 30 years from now still going on. Because I can't expect everybody to have pet elephants. Sometimes we don't have pet elephants. Sometimes we have pet ostriches, pet alligators, pet dinosaurs. And we keep those in our hearts and we share those with our family. And so I think Dylan started something new. And I'm okay with it. And it made me smile. So there it is. In retrospect, I went from a boy with an elephant to a man with a wife and 5 kids who I love, who I share my ideals with, and have their own concrete pets. So here's to 30 years from now, and maybe Dylan or one of the other kids has a YouTube vlog, and they have Storytelling Tuesday, and they have the alligator and the boy.
So for that whole spiel, I needed Maddie to go out and take pictures of the back of my car. So, haha, Maddie, you think you're funny? Who's funny now?
Hello.
Take more pictures than I tell you to.